Hello, friend, and welcome. If you're new, I want to welcome you to the collective, and if you're returning, I'm hoping you're having a much better day than the last time that we talked. In my readings, I like to mix a little bit of shadow work along with intuitive messages and my tarot and oracle cards. This is to help you understand what it is that you need to do to get one step closer to your most authentic self and to help you get through whatever is keeping you from being able to move forward towards your dream and towards your goal. So today I want to ask the cards what it is that is blocking us. What is it that is keeping us still and stuck in this space? A lot of times it's one of those things where we've been banging our head against a wall for a while, or at least that's what it feels like, and we just don't know what it is that we need to do to get past. So okay. So the first card that popped out is nurturing. And this card reminds me that aggravating truth about the fact that whenever we're doing something that we're trying to change or we're trying to make a difference in our lives, or if we're going after a goal, it's that reminder that, in the beginning or even the middle, it's going to take its time. It's going to take its process. And this card exactly represents that because it's a tree that's growing. This isn't just a plant. This is a tree. And trees take years to mature. Trees take years to get to the height of where they provide shade for everybody. So here it's one of those understandings where the process isn't going to be quick. And right now you're in that nurturing phase. You're in that phase of where you need to just let yourself understand that you're not doing nothing and that nothing isn't happening. You're just in the part in the process where the growth is more underground and it's less obvious right now because what you're doing is you're digging your roots deeper to help you get through to this next phase. Unexpected blessings. Okay, so this is that reminder that you don't get to know everything. You don't get to know how everything's going to work. And that part of your journey, part of your solution is an unexpected blessing. Part of what it is that's going to get you from where you are now to what your goal is something that you're not even going to see. So instead of allowing yourself to get caught up in the fact that you have to know all the answers, that you have to know the perfect plan, that you have to, know how it's all going to work out exactly, just focus on what it is that you need to do in order to get to your next step, your next goal, and allow room for flexibility. Allow room for the universe. It's one of those things where, if you try to control it all, you're not allowing the universe to give you what it needs to in order to quicken the process. Ooh, truth. So this is asking you to give a closer look to what's going on, to what's underneath the surface. And I like about how it's a fingerprint. What I like about that is we all know we have fingerprints and we all look at our fingers, but the fingerprints in themselves aren't obvious to see unless you dip it into something that's darker than white paper or lighter than black paper, I guess. But my point being here is that in order to see what is holding you back or what is really going on, you need to allow yourself to, reflect. You need to allow yourself the chance to go within. You need to allow yourself to, see it from a different perspective. Because, again, like I said, we all can see our fingers and that we have fingerprints. But until you stamp it into something and then put your finger on paper, you're never really going to see it. So allow yourself to maybe journal, allow yourself to talk to a friend, allow yourself to see the situation not as you going through it, but as somebody else going through it, and see maybe what it is that you're missing or what's, not obvious. Spiritual bath. Okay, so we are really being called here to understand that what is holding us back or keeping us blocked isn't anything that we have control over, other than the fact that we have these expectations and these thoughts that things have to be done a certain way. Why do I say that? Because spiritual bath is coming in here and it's about surrender. It's about letting go. It's about connecting with the universe, the divine, God, Goddess, whatever it is that you believe in. So here you are being asked to understand that right now you're in a nurturing phase, you're in a nurturing process. That yes, you want to be a full tree, you want to be a full-sized oak or walnut tree, but you know, you're just not there yet, and that's okay. Because what you're looking for isn't gonna come by you alone. It's gonna come through something unexpected. So you just need to look a little deeper and see things from that different perspective, but also surrender to what is already there. Allow yourself to connect with the divine and the universe, and, you know, just give yourself that chance to cleanse away all the doubt, all the fears, all the uncertainties, and, you know, be still and, you know, find peace in the moment. Now I want to ask the tarot cards to give us a bit more clarity on... It's one of those where I'm feeling like right now, it's not that we don't know what it is that we need to do. I feel like we need to know why we are so set in understanding that right now the journey's not right for us, or why we think that we're doing something wrong. Because these cards are telling me that we're doing everything right. And you're gonna be like, Kirsten, it's easy. I'm not getting the results that I'm looking for. I'm not seeing the results. Okay, that's fine. But you also know that this is a process. You also know that this is a journey. And it's one of those things where these cards are making it obvious that it's not about what you need to do. There we are. But it's more along the lines that I feel like somebody or something has told you that you should be... You know what? That's more leaning this way, so I'm going to take it reverse. But someone or something has told you that there should be something, and you're listening to that more than you are to spirit or your own intuition. So let's start with the King of Coins in its reverse position here. I want to remind you that coins are not just about finances, it's about time and energy, because you spend time and you spend energy. And when I see this card, I see that you are somebody who knows how to spend your time, you know how to spend your energy, you know how to get results, you know how to make things work. The difference being here is this isn't, whatever you're going after isn't something that's going to follow your typical formula that works for everything else. Yes, you know how to throw a party and how to, you know, get your, you know, house clean, and, you know how to put groups of people together and make things happen. But that doesn't work here. The same formula that works for all those other situations does not apply to this situation. This situation has a completely different formula. And so understand that while you're feeling aggravated and defeated and just like, you know, what's the point? It's because it's different. What you're going after is a completely different thing. So it doesn't work, and that's okay. Because again, just keep doing what you're doing, keep trusting, keep going through the process, and know that you're in that nurturing phase. We have the Sun in its reverse position. So the Sun is that lesson learned. It's the fact that you have something that you will never have to go through again, that typically you're excited about to let go and to release and just, you know, play in the fields, run around and tell everyone about it. But right now you're doubting. Right now you're uncertain. Right now you are like, is it really done? Is it really over? Can I really tell people that I did the thing? And the thing about the Sun when it's in its reverse position is you're letting doubts, you're letting fears, you're letting, you know, other people's opinions hold you from your own joy. And I feel like part of the reason why I struggled to figure out what it is that we needed to ask the tarot, because typically the tarot is the easy part for me, is because this is something that is like, it's one of those things where when you're going after something big, when you're trying to change your life, when you're trying to do something so different, and you have been working on it for so long, people around you are just like, yeah, okay, cool, whatever, yep, I've heard that. And that almost causes you to be disillusioned and to lose your own excitement. And this is that reminder that you should still be excited, that you should still, you know, give in, you should still let yourself, you know, go through the happy part of it. Even if on the external, it's not, all the evidence isn't there, on the internal, you know what you're doing, you know what you're going through. So celebrate that. And then we have the Five of Swords in its upright position. And these is that thoughts, this is your mind, this is your mentality, and this is you having conflicting, thoughts yourself about what you're going through. And yes, again, you've been putting work into this, you've been pouring your heart and soul into this, you've been doing things, and logically, again, that formula is there popping into your brain and saying, hey, you're not doing this right because here's the formula. But on the other hand, you do know this is different, and you do know that what you're going through isn't normal for your formula. So when I see the Five of Swords here, I want to remind you that the 5 is a number of change here, and that swords are asking you to compromise. Not compromise your goal, but compromise your position on the goal. Compromise your stance. Compromise your plan. Do something and allow yourself to be less rigid and more flexible. Allow yourself to understand and give yourself grace that, all this pressure that you're putting on yourself is unnecessary. Yes, I understand that, you are feeling frustrated and aggravated, but sometimes you just need to realize that there's what you can do and what you can't do, what you have control over and what you don't have control over. And the Five of Swords tells me that you are trying to take in all those variables. All the variables of what you can and can't do. All the variables of what is completely outside your control. Let go of what is outside your control and focus on what is in your control. And then you'll be able to move forward. You'll be able to find clarity. Which then leads us to the Queen of Cups. And this is you knowing how to express yourself, know how to put yourself in a place and a state of, happiness, bliss. This is you knowing how to share, how to nurture yourself. This is you knowing how to give yourself what it is that you need in the moment to help you get through this next phase. The Queen of Cups is the most poetic and artistic queen. And I want to remind you that this is the divine feminine, so whether you're male or female, this is still you. But this is your ability to create, to, just grow, to do things, and allow yourself to do it in a way that benefits you. So yes, in this moment, you might not be finding the results that you're looking for, but you can still create, you can still give, you can still do, you can still nurture, you can still love, you can still express, and that means something in this moment during this nurturing process. Now I want to ask the cards what it is that we need to do, or what it is that we're seeking in order to help us get through this phase. What is it that we need to find or look forward to, or just encouragement? Because I know how frustrating it is to work for something for so long only to see results just feel like they're never coming. So what is that we need? Rebirth. Every end is a new beginning. Understand when I see this card that for me, it's a reminder of the journey that I've had with my business. I have been on a rebirth journey through my business over and over and over again, so many times. Not necessarily my business has been reborn, but I have been reborn. And it's one of those things where as you are working towards something, as you're nurturing something and allowing something to grow, as you are trying to make those changes, you yourself are going to go through ends and new beginnings and ends and new beginnings, and you're going to do it a lot. It's part of the process. I would like to say it's a one and done, but that's not realistic. And I would be lying to you. So understand that rebirth is something that is almost a requirement, and it's probably not part of your formula. I get that. But again, this is why that formula is not working. And right now, I feel like you're at an end. I feel like you're at an end phase of whatever this version of you is, and you're being asked to be a new version of you. And I feel like part of you knows what that new version of you is, but you don't really realize what it is that you need to let go of. And it's not what I need to let go of. It's just allowing yourself to say, you know what? Whatever doesn't serve me, whatever I don't need, I'm going to release and trust that it's going to fall away from me naturally. Hope. Hope is the light in the darkness. Never extinguish it. Remember why you wanted to do this. Remember the reason for your change. Remember the reason for why you started this whole journey in the first place. And hold on to that. Not like tighten a grip, but always keep it with you. Always keep it near you. Because hope will always be there for you through the hardness, through the darkness, through everything. And it's going to be sometimes the only reason why you keep moving forward. Sometimes the only reason you keep moving forward is because you know if you don't, then you're never going to achieve what it is that you want. Which feels bleak. I get that. But at the same time, it's truth. It's understanding. It's persistence. It's perseverance. It's one of those things that even when you don't want to, you're still nurturing yourself. You're still nurturing your goal. You're still nurturing that hope because you know that moving forward is the only way you're going to obtain what you're after, and that giving up is going to keep you in a place of unhappiness. So hold on to that hope. Don't extinguish it. Transformation is the soul's evolution. So yes, again, that formula that you're expecting to work, this is proof right here that it's not meant to work. Because the thing about a butterfly is the butterfly eats what it eats. And I'm going to call the caterpillar stage you planning and prepping everything, okay? You having the plan and everything. But here's the thing, you're in the catalyst stage. That catalyst stage is when the caterpillar literally turns to soup. Inside the cocoon, it turns into soup, and then it somehow, becomes a butterfly. So right now, yeah, your formula, your plans, everything's not working because it's not for you to decide. It's for you to work through and allow yourself to, go through the dark night of the soul if you're asked to go through a dark night of the soul, to go through the rebirth, to shed what it is you need to shed, even if it's not something that you consciously know that you're doing. It's one of those things that you need to allow yourself the chance to just do the transformation, to allow yourself to start seeing yourself as that transformed self, as the person that has already succeeded and obtained what it is that you are working towards. Because the butterfly, when it's soup, it just trusts the process. You have to do the same thing. Joy. Joy is the dance of the soul. Enjoy every moment. Okay. So as soon as I read this card, I literally got something that would almost closed my throat. So right off the bat, I know that there is resistance in this card because my throat was fine just 2 seconds ago. Joy. Joy is the dance of the soul. Enjoy every moment. This isn't some type of you need to find happiness. This isn't some type of you need to, be love and light. This isn't me asking you to say, hey, be happy for what you have. Be happy for the struggle. No. What I'm getting at here is that you need to find joy in what you're doing. You need to find joy in whatever your circumstance are. I don't care if that's you just having a warm sip of coffee. Let that be your joy. Maybe your joy is, you being in the shower and, just having that time to yourself. Let that be your joy. Find joy in the little things that are still going right in your life. Find joy in the little moments because those little dances that you do for your soul are what is going to help keep you moving forward. So when I see joy as the dance of the soul, enjoy every moment, yes, I would like you to be at a point where you can realize, okay, even though I don't understand the process, even though I don't understand this obstacle, this is a part of the process and, you be excited for it, but I'm not asking you to be there yet. I'm just asking you to find joy in the moments that you have, to find joy in your day, in the small moments, so that way you can use that joy to help you overcome the obstacles or the detours or the reroutes that you're going through right now, because that's what's going to help you. Now I just want to pull some affirmations to help us through this phase because honestly, the cards have already told us there's nothing that we can personally do and that we just have to trust the process and that, what's going to help us get through this is an unexpected blessing And that, you know, yes, just because we don't see it clearly doesn't mean that it's not happening. So let's get some affirmations to help us through this. I am strong enough. You don't need to be any more than you already are. You're already strong enough. So understand that there's nothing else that you need to obtain. There's nothing else that you need to learn. There's nothing else that you need to do. You already are enough as you are right now. All my problems have solution. Let's just say I have a solution. Okay. All my problems have a solution. Yes. All your problems do have a solution. Maybe it's not the one that you're hoping for or the one that you're looking at or the most like obvious one. That's what we get to with this truth card. Allow yourself to see things from a different perspective. Allow yourself to see things. Maybe your solution is an unexpected blessing, something you can't even account for yet. I let go of all that no longer serves me. Okay, I was literally talking about that with the rebirth and the transformation, with the Five of Swords and you needing to, you know, find compromise and be flexible. Letting go of what no longer serves you. It doesn't have to be something that you understand in this exact moment what that is. If you are, you know, after you watch this video and you're doing things and you're just like, you know, oh, this thought that I'm having right now no longer serves me, then let go of it. If you realize that you're doing a habit or you're doing a practice or there's a part of your day that you're just doing habitually but has no purpose and doesn't serve you in any way, let it go. I can do anything I put my mind to. That's pretty straightforward. And this is that reminder that you can do this. That, yeah, when you put your mind to it, it's one of those where you feel like you're forcing it. And maybe you have to a little bit. Maybe on certain days you have to force it, but that's okay. Because you can do anything. You can create anything. Manifestation is all about that. So allow yourself to just be and do what it is that you need to do. And if you are uncertain on what it is that you need to do to move forward, hit me up in the comments. We do have a collective. We do support each other. If you want more personalized information on what it is that you need to do, there's a link in the description below for private readings or for one-on-one coachings. I am available. And this is all I have for you today. This is your reading. And you know what? I know whatever this is, whatever this thing that you're nurturing is going to be amazing and that you're going to be amazing at it. And I can't wait to hear about your amazingness and see it in real person, in real time. So until I see you again, that's all I got for you. Love you. Bye-bye.